Hmm. RB's Toy Box. Hey, it's for you. Today on RB's Toy Box, we're going to cover buying phones. Okay, now there's a bunch of them out there, and you can pick them up at yard sales, you can pick them up at flea markets. This one here obviously is a modular phone. This is probably late 80s, circa 1990s, early. And I say early 1990s because it has the volume dial on it, and they didn't really start pulling those in to the GTE units until, I don't know, probably early 90s, at least the best I understand. But the trick with buying these modular phones or old phones, and of course the older the better, we really want to get into some vintage, but nowadays, even these touchstones here, these are old compared to some kids look at it and they're like, oh, that's an old phone. And a rotary phone obviously is going to be that much more of an impressive thing to hold on to. If you can get a hold of a pay phone or even an old rotary pay phone, you know what, you've really got yourself a little showcase piece that you can have on your desk, hanging on the wall. We had one, or still have one downstairs. It has a little spotlight, street light going above it, and eventually we'll put it into its own little street scene, but that's a payphone. But the trick with buying these is you can find them again at flea markets, and those are okay. A lot of the vintage places like indoor flea markets and so forth have them, but you got to be a little careful there because you're going to pull top dollar for those. Now, what you can expect to pay for one of these in the 2021 time frame, okay, which wouldn't obviously when this video is made. These phones here that you're looking at with the push buttons on it, you can expect to spend around $20 for them dealing with somebody at a flea market. Not an outdoor one or something like that. This is more like of a vendor's mall type place. If it's not in a vendor's mall and it's in a open air flea market where someone's just bringing in their old stuff, you should not pay for these push button phones a dime more than 15 bucks. Closer to 10, because there's just too many of them out there that are stuck in warehouses and they get released from time to time, and you can always find them. If you go on eBay and you look for these, obviously those guys got to pull the extra fees that they've got to charge for it and shipping and things of that nature. If you keep your eyes open, there's always one right now available locally that you can get a hold of. Now, rotary phones, however, you can go up to $45 on a rotary phone in a vendor type flea market, where you have like a, where everybody has like their own little vendors and they all come up front and pay in one central spot. That's what I'm talking about. That you can pay up to $45. Payphones, you can expect. Now, here's the cool thing about payphones. Payphones, if you can pick them up locally, you can get them for as cheap as $35. I am not kidding. You can spend as much as $300 for the ones that have the hoods and the booths on the sides. You can spend easily $1,000 or more for the full size. That is local only. If you take any one of those and you put it on an eBay auction, you're going to triple that just in the fees, because those things are heavy. I mean, 50, 60 pounds heavy or more, and of course shipping is going to absolutely eat you alive. But locally they're hard to find, especially if you get in some areas that are not metro, cities, and like you can pick them up pretty easily downtown Jacksonville, Atlanta, Charlotte, those types of places, and those types of flea markets, you can pick them up all day long. But you get down in Orlando, Tampa, Miami, Naples, over in Fayetteville, and just about all those points in between on the East Coast, you're not going to find a payphone that you can pick up. So purchase-wise, everybody should have a phone like this on their desk because it looks cool. I mean, let's just be honest. But you don't want to overspend for it because you see it and you're like, oh, I got to have it. They are still super available. eBay, if you can find one local, you know, you can still pick up a decent deal for one. If you want a red one, forget it. Everybody, obviously, because of the red bat phone, wants one. Red phones start at $100 and go up. If you find it any cheaper than that, then that guy has no idea what he has. He's never seen Batman before, or you've picked him up out of a batch lot or something. But just thought I'd mention that in this video. If you want to get a cool phone like this, or you know, rotary phone or a push button phone, which you can still, keeping in mind these are modular, which means that you can go in and you can direct access the mic and the earpiece without knowing anything electronic wise. You can do a direct patch into an MP3 player, play music through it, have a little fun with it. You can even hook up Bluetooth modules to these things and wire them right into your phone. So modular is fun for that, and you can do that with anything that is post 60s for Mickey Mouse phones, Star Trek phones, regular push button phones like this, rotary phones, anything like that you can have a lot of fun with by just going in and being a little creative with it. So I hope this information helps out so you don't overspend on one of these modular phones, and I hope I can see one on one of your desks here soon. RB Story Box.